Best movies on HBO Max right now 2023. Another streaming service means another massive library of titles to search for what you want to watch. HBO Max is WarnerMedia's streaming service that hosts not only titles from the HBO cable channel, but also a variety of movies from the Warner Brothers library and other studios. In truth, the HBO Max movies available at launch are truly amazing. There's a wide range of classics, relatively recent releases, quirky indie films, and yes, superhero films. The studio behind The Dark Knight and Man of Steel offers a variety of DC movies for streaming. But if you're intimidated by the 600+ movies available to stream, we've got your back. Below we've compiled a curated list of the absolute best movies on HBO Max movies to watch, with our writers explaining why each movie is special. Some you may have heard of but not seen, and some you may have seen countless times. Whatever the case, we guarantee you'll find something you like. Black Adam. Black Adam, directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, is based on DC Comics and was strongly endorsed by titular star Dwayne Johnson, Moana. Black Adam tells the story of a powerful anti-hero from the grave and rises to exact revenge on modernity. Collet-Serra's cinematic eye in Black Adam has been compared to a mix of Michael Bay's action style and Zack Snyder's aesthetic. Supported by a diverse and talented cast including Aldous Hodge, Leverage, Redemption, Sarah Shahi, Sex/Life, and Noah Centineo, the recruit, Black Adam fits seamlessly into the already established Shazam universe. P. Yael Tygel. The Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad isn't just the best DCEU movie yet, it's undoubtedly one of the best movies of 2021. This semi-sequel to the 2016 movie is more of a reboot than anything, as Guardians of the Galaxy befits filmmaker James Gunn introduces. A Dirty Dozen-esque war movie starring these DC outcasts. The members of Task Force X are sent into enemy territory on a secret mission from which they are unlikely to return, and much violence, action, and humor ensue. This is R-rated madness through Gunn's meticulous lens. The film is endlessly surprising and insane, but never without purpose, a genuinely lighthearted dark comedy blockbuster that refuses to apologize for being so, well, weird. Adam Chitwood. Wonder Woman. By far the best DCEU superhero film, Patty Jenkins has crafted an excellent origin story for Diana's first big-screen appearance. The story places the Amazon, Gal Gadot, in World War I, where she goes on a hunt for Ares, the god of war, to try to bring peace to mankind. However, her journey leads her to face the world in all its beauty and horror when she falls in love with pilot Steve Trevor, Chris Pine. Wonder Woman takes on the heroism of her superheroine while simultaneously challenging her beliefs and forcing her to grow and change. It's a tough balancing act, especially since she carries the weight of a feminist icon, but Jenkins pulls it off with style. Matt Goldberg. The Batman. We've been inundated with different versions of Batman over the last few years, from the Snyderverse to Lego Batman. But even with plenty of Batman options to choose from, Matt Reeves' The Batman still manages to feel like a new take on a character we've seen adapted absurdly many times. Robert Pattinson stars as Bruce Wayne, as Gotham's emo gentleman trying to rid the streets of crime and failure, and a threat wreaking havoc in the city by the name of the Riddler, Paul Dano. That as many times as we've experienced these characters in this city, Reeves' dark take on the Caped Crusader is captivating as we watch Bruce Wayne attempt to become the hero Gotham needs. Ross Boname. The Last Duel. Ridley Scott's historical drama is a compelling, Rashomon-esque tale of divergent viewpoints and contradictions. Set in 3 chapters, The Last Duel tells the story of Jean de Carouge's Matt Damon, a knight who faces his old friend Jacques Legris, Adam Driver, in a duel when his wife Marguerite, Jodie Comer, accuses Jacques of raping him. As Scott shows each page of this story, perspectives change the series of events, the intentions of each scene change, and truths become uncertain. While Damon, Driver, and Ben Affleck are great as the flamboyant Count Pierre d'Alençon, The Last Duel is Comer's film in that its episode tells the true reality of this scenario in a performance worthy of an award. The Last Duel is one of Scott's best films and one of the most underrated of 2021, Ross Boname. Mad Max Fury Road. After watching Mad Max, Fury Road, Steven Soderbergh once said, "I don't understand 2 things. I don't understand why they haven't made this movie yet, and I don't understand how hundreds of people aren't dead." That's just testament to George Miller's wacky action masterpiece, a movie so over the top and wacky it's remarkable it even existed among the greatest action movies of all time. Ever made decades after Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Miller returned to the Max Mad franchise and made a remarkable, absurd film that goes full throttle and never stops. Ross Boname. Hereditary. Hereditary follows Annie, Toni Collette, as she and her family cope with the recent death of her distant and controlling mother. While her husband Steve, Gabriel Byrne, supports her, albeit reluctantly, her children Peter, Alex Wolff, and Charlie, Millie Shapiro, quickly become embroiled in the machinations of their late grandmother's cult. As the family tries to mourn and move on, Annie, Peter, and Charlie are visited by strange people and strange events. Disturbing dreams, strangers working to insinuate themselves into their lives, ghostly apparitions, and strange feelings hitting the family. As tensions mount, Annie and her brood are brought to the brink of sanity before realizing that they have all been prepared to rise to an unholy position within this shadowy group, after all their fates are intertwined. The Witch. The Witch is a terrifying suspense that exceeds all expectations with beautifully terrifying visuals and a thought-provoking story. Follow the story of a Puritan family who were cast out of their village and encounter strange and dangerous things in the woods beyond their farmland. The slow build of terror, unfolding slowly and then seemingly all at once, is reinforced by the historical setting. The descent into hysteria contrasts with the family's devotion to their religion, and the climactic finale of is triumphantly haunting. Olivia Fitzpatrick. Nightmare Alley. Adapted from William Lindsay Gresham's 1946 novel of the same name, Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley is a dark drama that explores life in the circus, a world of lies, deception, and possibility. Bradley Cooper plays Stanton Carlyle, a sideshow man who climbs the circus ladder and then undertakes a psychic act of his own. A way that could make him lose everything in Del Toro's Best Picture nominee is one of his darkest films, complete with an exceptional cast and a haunting ending that will stay with audiences long after the credits roll. Ross Boname. West Side Story. While the pandemic hampered the box office success of Steven Spielberg's West Side Story remake, it doesn't detract from this refreshing reimagining of this Romeo and Juliet tale. Spielberg updates the popular musical with changes befitting a modern remake, including casting Rita Moreno as the new character Valentina. While Ansel Elgort and Rachel Zegler triumph as the new Tony and Maria, it's really Ariana DeBose's Anita who steals the show with her springy energy. From dancing the streets of New York to her heartbreaking statement at the end of the film, DeBose gives an inspirational performance and proves it by winning an Oscar. Spielberg's West Side Story is a rare remake that might even be better than the original and a must-read for music lovers. Therese Laxon.